Canadian country music artist Bobby Wills. How are you, Bobby?
I'm really great, man. And yourself?
Hey, I'm doing good. Congratulations on being nominated at this year's CCMAs for Male Artist of the Year.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a very cool experience, as always. And, it's always exciting to get a nomination. And, we feel pretty lucky to have done that.
Gord Bamford, Dean Brody, Brett Kissel, Dallas Smith, and yourself, of course, all in that category. What was your reaction when you heard that you were nominated?
Honestly, pretty surprised. We didn't have a whole lot of expectations going into this year's round, especially given some of the cutoff times and whatever for nominations and stuff. And our new album kind of came out in the middle of all that. So we didn't really have a lot of expectations. So to have been added to that list is pretty awesome.
Let's go back to when you first picked up that guitar or even belted out your first song. When did you know this was something you really wanted to do?
I wanted to be, I was drawn to music at a very, very young age, but it wasn't until later in my life, in my late teens and early 20s, that I really started to do it with any kind of expectations or desire to be professional.
To this point in your life, who have you looked up to musically?
Oh, man, that's such a long list. I think that the easiest way to answer that would be to say Keith Whitley. Ever since I was a little guy, and the first time I heard him on the radio, I was in my dad's truck, and I remember it very vividly. And, I remember my dad saying this is one of the best country singers in the world, and I remember thinking, man, he can sure, you didn't just hear him, you felt it, he just had that ability to translate music so that you really could, it really hit home, and I always thought if I could be an artist, I'd want to be like that.
Again, we got Bobby Wills on the line this afternoon. Bobby, your new album, Crazy Enough, I'm a big fan of it. Tell us about that album and the work you did behind it.
Oh, Crazy Enough is it's a project I'm really proud of. Predominantly, it's because it's so different for us. We, I've made a lot of music over the years, and I'm always trying to not only to improve what we do, but to always just sort of do things a little bit differently each time out. And really felt like we did a good job of stretching this time, but not alienating the people that liked what we do, and really feel like the balance was struck well with this record. I'm very proud of it and really pleased to see it doing well.
One of those songs on the right now, Never Didn't Love You. Love that song. Tell us about that track.
Oh, man, Never Didn't Love You is kind of funny. We were, it's an interesting conversation because I'm not sure that your listeners are aware of this, but men and women do not communicate the same way. And my wife and I were having a discussion, an animated discussion, let's say, to that effect about how she needs to hear certain things from me, and I just assume she knows because I think I told you, that whole thing. And so the line "Never Didn't Love You" came out of, Never Didn't Love You came out of that conversation, and as a consequence, we decided to write the song.
Recording artist Bobby Wills, appreciate your time, and of course, all the best in your career.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys taking the time, and thanks for the support.
I always loved the way you sang with